Steve Kerr returns to the bench, now 2-0 in the NBA Finals. And, of course, as John Wooden said, you want to be a really good coach, you have to have the best players. And in this case, having Kevin Durant certainly benefited him as he helped carry the Dubs through the fourth quarter. But Thompson, Curry also contributing, part of that big four, really. Draymond Green. Numbers were okay, but didn't play fantastic. As we dig in a little bit to the 11-0 run, PJ and Michael, and it is amazing to me to some degree that you have a team that has won games just blowing people out. They're just mauling people. Now they get in a tight game and they're down, and they executed so well to pull this game out with the Warriors.
Well, they did, and again, when Bucci went through the list, it goes Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. That's who took their shots down the stretch. Cleveland goes JR, Kevin Love, Kyrie, LeBron, Kyle Korver, Kyrie Irving. They mix it up. They put the other guys in there. The guys who carried Golden State were the guys who took the shots down the stretch. And when Kevin made this huge three, this is the biggest possession of the game coming for Cleveland, and they really didn't get a great look. You know, they wasted about 20 seconds, and Kyrie ended up with a shot from outside. You don't remember a bad Golden State look down the stretch.
PJ did a lot of bad Cleveland looks. I mean, just alone looking at the final stat sheet with 44 threes for Cleveland. That's nearly essentially half their shots in this game were three-pointers. And it was a lot of what you said. Shot clock running down, launching some threes. J.R. Smith didn't have a two-point attempt. They are not such a great three-point shooting team that their attack can't be more varied than that.
Well, they had been through the playoffs till they come in here. But you could say that's the story. There's 3 games now played. Golden State is 46 for 109. They're 42%. Cleveland is 31 for 104, 29.8, under 3. Here's the Cavs when they're trying to close. Kevin lost it on the way up. He thought it was foul. That's a good look from Kyle Korver. It doesn't go. Kyrie goes in. Oh, this is a step-back three. This, to me, was a tough shot right there. That's the biggest possession of the year. Andre Iguodala gets a hand on LeBron. He's taking a three. They're down 3 with 12 seconds to go.
You know, we saw
they don't even get a shot.
Well, there were some tough decisions there on the part of the Cavaliers and what shots they were taking. There was great defense in every one of those plays we saw. Right down to getting up in LeBron and Andre Iguodala. We saw that from him last year. Mm-hmm. He's no stranger to having to do that with LeBron James. But the defense that Golden State played in those final possessions, PJ, the poise they had, Steve Kerr spoke to.
Really, the entire fourth quarter, their defense was exceptional. And Steve Kerr talked about it himself. There's no question LeBron is exhausted. Second half, and particularly in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's really very difficult what they're trying to do. But if you look, LeBron's trying to involve other players. The shot that looked like it might have clinched the game for Cleveland, LeBron comes down the lane and everybody kind of gasped because they thought he was going to dunk it. Instead, he finds an open JR, and JR knocks the three down. So, again, LeBron tried to involve other people, but Golden State's defense didn't allow those guys to finish.
And as you look at that, he had his 9 assists, but 24 of his passes. That means they didn't convert 15 of those, and 2 for 9 in the fourth quarter when they needed to execute, and they ended up with just 19 points.
All right, you mentioned the J.R. Smith three. Then he took another three. LeBron got the
LeBron
got the offensive rebound, though. We saw the missed layup by Love, tough layup. Irving had a driving layup, he missed. James had a 12-foot fadeaway, he missed. Then they called timeout, Michael, and it ends up in Kyle Korver's hand. We mentioned Steph, KD, Steph, KD, Steph, KD. But here it is, a big shot, big moment, less than a minute to go, and it's Kyle Korver taking a corner three.
But I'm okay with that. They acquired Kyle Korver for a reason, and that's the reason. A game like this is the reason. You know you're going to play a team with as much firepower as Golden State, and you've talked about it, you considered it. And let's face it, the Cavaliers have been playing Golden State the whole season.
Yep.
Right? I mean, they're looking at what they're doing, not in terms of personnel, in terms of game by game. And you should be, if you're not going to be okay with Kyle Korver having the ball in that situation, taking that open shot, then why have him?
Well, the 2 guys stepped up and did as much as they could. Kevin Love, to me, was excellent the first 2 games. I mean, Kevin Love was 1 for 9 tonight, 1 for 7 from 3. Mm-hmm. Did he play hard? Yeah. Did he do a lot of good things? Yeah, but the shots didn't go. We said before the game, the big 3 all had to show up. You could certainly make a case 2 of them showed up big. Kevin Love had a very tough shooting night. They can't win without all 3 of those guys having not good games, excellent games.
Right, the performance of Kyrie Irving kind of goes for naught as we wait to hear from Ty Lue to talk about his team. Kyrie Irving finished, again, in the paint. He's remarkable to watch because everyone seems like if we're playing horse, you're out. And he continues to do that, and he comes through with 38. And now we go, he was a huge difference maker from games 1 and 2. And yet it's still not enough.
At one point, Kyrie was 15 for 18 inside the arc and 12 for 12 in the paint. 12 for 12. I mean, that's how just on it he was. You talk about, best finishers in the game. I don't know how anybody under the rim can be mentioned in the same breath as Kyrie Irving. But yet, 3 assists. You go back to some other things. I'm, watching the game with Paul Pierce and Chauncey and Jalen. All along, they kept saying there's a bit of rope-a-dope here, and we heard Steve Kerr refer to it. They are tiring themselves out. Kyrie, as great as he is finishing, he's keeping them in the game on some level. There's no ball movement. You don't have others involved, and Kyrie and LeBron are not going to beat the Golden State Warriors
and look at your assist totals. The percentage of assists that Golden State had versus 28, 29 assists and 40. And
only 17 assists out of 40, the same number of baskets at home.
Too much pressure on individuals to create the shot.
Well, we got a great game finally in the finals, and certainly the playoffs. There hasn't been a lot, but the largest lead was 8 by the Warriors, 7 by the Cavaliers. Ty Lue is making his way to the podium. Some interesting questions to ask him strategically down the stretch. His bench is terrible. There's not much he can do there. They're lucky that Korver at least gave them a couple of threes tonight and played some decent defense, and he was a plus